What is good, YouTube? We are back with another video, and in today's video we have an answer to one of the most requested questions that we usually get in our Twitch stream. The question is, plus, what is the best way to free tem now that we are in 2020? Has anything changed since the game first released? All right, so if you guys remember, the best ways that we were able to free tem back in the day, you have two Wiplumps, right? So you cold breeze to the right, you cold breeze to the left, and then on that third turn you catch, correct? That was the way a lot of people were doing it. There was a couple little ways in the C note spot as well, something like a Nidra Silk Inu Benefactor. Those ways were really good too, but I believe this way right here is hands down the most time effective and rewarding way to free tem right now to date. Of course, we're a little bit away from Saipenku, so with the update, with the new island update, we could begin some changes, but I'll be here and get that updated for all of us. So let's take a look. What does this strategy provide? So in order to do this free tem method, you have to have two Akranox, and not just only Akranox, they have to be of the certain trait. So look on the screen right here, it's a Cobweb Akranox. If you want to TV train it, you can. We have HP special defense. Shout out to G90, he was the person that provided these Akranox for me. If you don't have your Akranox, you can always go catch them, but before I show you where you could go catch them, as you can see, they don't have to be perfect 7 SV or anything. The most important stat that you have to look out for is that they have to have 1 SV in attack, and this is very important, and I'll show you exactly why it's very important. So real quick, if you guys don't know where to find your own Akranox, you can catch these guys in the wild. Of course, every single Akranox isn't gonna have that single 1 SV, so you have to hunt a little bit, you have to catch it. So hey, good luck getting it, because once you have it, you are good to go forever on this free tem endeavor, right? So right here in the desert, if you guys made it all the way to Kisiwa, which you actually need to be in the end game for this Temtem method, right? You have to be able to have the rock climbing gear, which is very important. So yeah, you go in the desert, and right here where it's that second location where you could kind of go down here, you could find Akranox at 75%. So hey, best of luck finding those. Hopefully you guys don't have to take too long finding them, but like I said, once you have them, you are good to go. All right, so once we have our 1 SV in attack Akranox, let's go ahead and show you the spot that is most time effective. And hey, time is money, right? Time is money, so the faster way you can do it now, especially that is capped, right? So I believe is usually, 350, 400, 450 is the max amount of Temtem you can do per week. So this is going to be the best way that you're able to, spend your time efficiently and effectively hunting. So I will pull up the map. Funny enough, the location for the newest way to free tem is actually very early on in your journey. So this is where we all start off. This is our mom's place over here. Shout out, mom. But yeah, you want to come up a little bit up, and like I said, it's very important. You have to have played through the Kisiwa story in order to get the rock climbing gear. You don't have to finish the whole Kisiwa, but enough to go through the story where you do have the rock climbing gear, and it's gonna be right here in this section. I will go ahead and walk over there. So once you have your rock climbing gear, of course, you climb up, and in this grass, it is 85% Typhus, 15% Paharic. So let's go ahead and hunting, and I'll break it down as we go. All right, as we said, 85% Typhus, so we get a double, and this is perfect. This is the most ideal situation. So this is how you want to start off, and I will explain exactly why this strategy is so effective. So of course, you just want to go sting one and sting the other, right? So what sting does with the cobweb trait is if you poison the target, you also add the trap status effect, and that is very important as well. Having that 1 SV in attack, make sure that after the single toxic tick on the turn 1, it doesn't kill the majority of the Typhus. You will run into those very small amount, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 5% of Typhus that do die, but as we see here, they don't die. So hey, one thing I forgot to say, make sure you have the 4 Leaf Clover on your Temtem. Yeah, the 4 Leaf Clover, it just increases the chances of catching it So yeah, anytime you FreeTem, of course, just 4-leaf clover if you don't know that already. Once these guys have the both trap status condition from the cobweb trait, the poison status condition from the sting effect, let's go ahead and catch guys. So if you're on your PlayStation control like myself, R2X guys, R2X, nice and easy. Boom, boom. So yeah, with that 4-leaf clover, as you see popping up on the screen, it's almost like 90+% chance with those 2 status conditions to be caught. So you catch, release, and one more time, just catch, release. So you guys know where I'm going with this, right? Rinse and repeat until your heart is content, until all those FreeTem are all the way taken care of. And just to cover why this method is so effective, let me pull up the catch rate formula. I want to just break it down. So hey, this is the capture formula, and if you're like me, I haven't done algebra since high school, right? Since calculus BC back in high school. So this formula, a little crazy, but the main takeaway I want you guys to take away, of course, is you want to only use temp cards. Of course, the higher chances of catching with higher temp cards like we see here. However, the most money effective way, as you saw, we only threw out the temp cards to catch those typhus, so only stick with temp cards, it will be good enough. But secondary, it's very important to have those Temtem status bonuses, right? The more status conditions you apply on those Temtems, the more likelihood it is, or the higher likelihood you have to make sure the catch is 100%, right? So if you see here, when it's at no status conditions, it's just a base 1, right? However, when you apply some of these other status conditions, frozen being the highest, which is why Wiplump Method was so effective. But you know what we're doing here is another really good one too, right? So poison 1.2, and then trapped another 1.2. And as it says, if the target has 2 status conditions applied, the values are multiplied, making it that much more likely to being caught, which is why this method is so effective. Let me go ahead. I will FreeTem for 10 minutes and let you guys know how it goes down, and we'll see what the average is looking like for us. But hey, this is a perfect example. If you run into a Paharic, you can just go ahead and catch it as well. So if you just sting it and rest here, they're not as easy as catching as the Typhoon. Or hey, maybe I should have stung both of them, huh? Yeah, you could either catch it or honestly just run away. Let's see if just one does the job here. So 4-leaf clover and Paharics, they should be giving you, I believe. So hey, one was good enough. So exactly like the Typhus did. The only exception there is that they hurt you a little bit, right? Typhus turn 1, they actually don't even attack you, right? They just do a simple cheer up. So that is something to keep in mind. However, if you do run into some danger zone, we're right next to the Temporium, right? There's no grass on the way to it. So nice and easy. Go recover and head back over here. But like I said, guys, let's continue. So I believe a couple of my buddies, shout out ATK, he has been doing this method for quite some time. So they have been averaging out, I believe you get about 130 Pansuns or a little bit more depending on the level. As you see, we have a 40 and 42. So depending on the level you catch these Typhus at, you're going to get an average of about 130 Pansuns per release, right? Which is not too bad. Not on the highest end, but again, you're catching these Temtems turn 2, which makes it so much more time saver as opposed to the previous method where you used to catch it turn 3, right? And I believe he let us know that with that 130 Pansun average, I believe per hour, you get somewhere in the neighborhood of like 85 total Typhus release if you're able to work, you know, rather speedy. So 85, do the math. You're looking at over, or you know, a handful over 10,000 Pansuns per hour. And if you're a new player, that is a godsend. So very good, effective way of getting some Pansuns early on. And to be fair, Art just said he wasn't the originator of this method. I think I asked on our Discord who was the originator, and it was Tiki Book that let us know that I believe Karf, if you guys remember, Karf, he was a Temtem streamer a couple months ago. I believe it was him and his club that were among the first people to ever utilize this method. So hey, shout out Karf over there. Since we're already here, I just want to point out the secondary FreeTem method that most people did. just when you were looking at doing it just for speed, so you're not looking for do it for money, you were just looking at time efficiency, it was right here in this Pajaro patch. So what most people did to get their FreeTem done fast, this is another turn 2 method, but those Taifus being at level 40 plus really make a lot more pansuns as opposed to those methods. But yeah, a shout out to the old school method with those Pajaros. All right, guys, we're heading over to the FreeTem Society. So let's see how much pansuns we did. Mind you guys, I only played it for about like 5 minutes here, as I have to go on stream pretty shortly. It's a tournament today, so hey, I'm doing a short recording. As we head over there, we have arrived, a little FreeTem organization. Let's see what we got. So of course, I only did it for about like 5 minutes, but we can extrapolate. Let's see. So hey, welcome tamers. Okay, so hey, in about 5 or 10 minutes, I did 12 Temtem releases. So let's see how much we got for 12. Okay, so 1,454. So hey, let's go ahead and break it down on the math, right? So for 12, so 140 divided by 12. So hey, on average, it was about 121. Okay, so hey, maybe I hit it on the little lower end. So 120 to 130 is what you're looking at. I believe for like 8 minutes of hunting real quick, we made 1,454. So not too bad. Like I said, on average, if you're making good pace, you should be able to knock out at least 85 Taifus. 85 Taifus per hour, which equates to somewhere in the neighborhood of 10,000 pansuns in that hour. So yeah, you know, just like FreeTem rewards. So this 440, you're looking at a good 4 hours and a half. So break that up again along like 2-3 days, and you are good to go to guarantee you do your FreeTem. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video for everyone, just updating the new 2021 method of FreeTem. And so hey, let me know if that was helpful. If you guys have any questions or any feedback or any suggestions on any informative information you guys want me to cover in the future, go ahead and write them down on the comment, guys. I'll read everything you guys have for me. And hey, maybe you guys can give me the next idea for our next guide video. If you guys got value from this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button to help out this video. As well, feel free to subscribe to the channel. A lot more guides coming out soon. So yeah, that is something for all of us to look forward to. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and I will see you guys on the next one, guys. Plus, a peace and out of here.